Hello, welcome to 2022. Happy New Year! This is EB Register and my name is Michał. EB Register is a journey to document every Ibanez ever made. Feel free to subscribe to follow me on that journey. And today we're gonna look at the 2022 selection. 2021 was huge for Ibanez. First of all, RG 565 reissue, then the whole set of new models, AZS, AZ but a single cut. I also talked about history of Ibanez with telly-shaped guitars, so you can also check out that video. Sometime in the middle of the year they release also like the budget AZ guitars, they called AZ. And also somewhere around summer they released Cyphos and I never know how to pronounce it, Zephos, Cyphos, and also a new 7-string Iceman. Those are, very mean looking metal guitars. And there was also a headless guitar, the Quest or the Q series. Very interesting. I have a bit of a problem with this guitar because I love the Ibanez headstock, but it's actually really well balanced. It's really fun to play. So overall it was a huge year, and it's time to see what's in store for 2022. So on the Ibanez website there's like new gear for 2022. You can see this flip-flop painted guitars with maple board and Fishman Fluence pickups. We'll see later, but it's probably some new RG 5000 guitars, the higher end. And we start with signature models. So we have ATZ10P, which suggests the P letter suggests this is the premium model. So probably more budget version of the Andy Timmons AZ signature guitar. Last year he got the Prestige version, made in Japan. And this is probably the one that's gonna be more budget, made in Indonesia. It's on the back of a headstock. Yeah, I think there's like a premium logo here, so yeah. Generally everything looks very similar to the Japanese version. There's slightly more affordable bridge. The pickup configuration is HSS in comparison to a triple single coil that was in the Japanese version. Those are usually, anyway, humbuckers in case of Andy Timmons, because those are like just humbuckers in the single coil form. Andy Timmons really like those pickups, the Cruiser. Gem Junior, the Steve Vai signature model. This is the model that's been for a few years. It was in like pink version, and I think yellow version, and for a few years we had a white version. This is just a new color, so not entirely new model. And then we have 5120M. This is just a new color, polar lights, purple, greenish. I really like this kind of flip-floppy effect. I really like how the Fishman Fluence pickups look like. I'm really excited about the technology behind them, but I've never played them, so this is something I definitely need to do this year and try them out and see how they feel. I actually would like to put those Fishman Fluence into my Mike Mushok's baritone. Then we have a bunch of new premium models, those RGT 1220, 1221 and 122070. They are all three in kind of similar vibe. The difference is mostly pickup configuration, the bridge. So 1220, as 20 suggests, it's a double humbucker, 1270 is HS Edge, and 1221 will be double humbucker with the fixed bridge. They are both neck true, so RGT suggests it's a neck true. They have a poplar barrel, which I said multiple times, that looks like a bit tacky furniture. I think people like this combination because a lot of guitar producer does poplar barrel. I really like the necks with the split block inlays. You can see them before on some Paul Gilbert's models and also some US customs in the early 90s. They're not very common for Ibanez, and I think that's why I like them. I also like that they're neck true, so I have a bit of mixed feeling. I don't like the poplar barrel, but everything else about those guitars is pretty cool. They're premium, so they're made in the premium factory in Indonesia, and they have like really good hardware. Also DiMarzio pickups, so the good stuff. And also it's a very classic combination for like Air Norton and Tone Zone. That used to be a standard in 2000s. These days it's more commonly that there are DiMarzio Fusion Edge in the guitar and not the classic combination. So it's maybe nice to see them coming back in a way. And the next one we have RG RTB 621. So RG Series, R is for reverse headstock, T will be for neck true, and the B will be most likely for baritone. 621 suggests a double humbucker configuration and fixed bridge. No, it's actually not baritone, so B is probably for the black hardware. It's black flat, has this kind of darkened logo, so it's not really visible, very similar to like FR800 from last year or 2 years ago. Also had a monorail bridge, so like in a very similar vibe. And also this reminds me that the J-Line Japanese edition RG that we talked about it last year. It looks like really very black proper metal guitar. A bit bummer it's not a baritone, I think would be really interesting, but neck true, reverse headstock, we like this stuff. Next up is the AZ Series. AZ2204NW. N was the prefix for the kind of sub-series of AZ that has a bit of more, to get this kind of more vintage feeling. And the mint green color also gives a bit of like this vintage look and vibe, so it's for the fans of more like classic Stratocaster look. Then we have really cool AZ47P1QM. I think this is the first non-signature, or maybe first at all, AZ with the HSH configuration. They usually had double humbucker or HSS. There were some of them that had like all single coils, especially in the more affordable series. And this is also first non-signature that has like some kind of maple top. It's really cool with this black burst over the quilted maple. So it's really interesting to see a new pickup configuration for the AZ. We'll see where it goes. Another one is AZ42P1. Black guitar, double humbuckers from hardware, and there's like a bit of a white binding. Gives it a really classy look. Maybe a bit more like Gibson custom kind of view than Strati. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be super popular as all the AZ series from Ibanez. And then we have also a burl top, of course. They're popular in other series, so why not try the AZ? Another 7-string model in the AZ series. We had a few that appeared last year, and this is another one, so that's pretty cool. Double humbuckers, and yeah. Then we have AR520, and I have a feeling we had that model last year, just in a different color. Yeah, so this is probably the Vion Sunburst was last year, and this is the new color, light blue Sunburst. So Artist is like one of those classic Ibanez shapes, come from the 70s. Last year we had this new model that's like semi-hollow, and I think that's pretty new for the Artist series. It's not kind of the guitar I play and I focus on, but it's nice to see them showing up. There's a bunch of new hollow bodies, and I don't know much about hollow bodies, so I'm not gonna speak about them. I should probably definitely explore that area more, because I know very little about hollow bodies. I don't understand the naming conventions so well that I know in the solid bodies and so on. So this is the stuff I could learn, and we could learn together in future, definitely. There's a bunch of new electric basses, and one of the interesting is the Mike D'Antonio, which is the only Destroyer shade bass we can have for many years. There used to be like Destroyer basses in the 80s, and then they really disappeared, and the only way to get was like the Mike D'Antonio signature models. I think MDB3 and 4 were all Destroyer basses, and this is just like maybe a new color, probably some different hardware, because the bridge is different than in the previous version, and I think the previous version didn't have a pick guard. The color is called Oxblood Weathered Black, and it's really nice mix of like black and red. I've made some video about the Star Destroyer that I had last year, so yeah, that's a very quick video to start 2022. I've been super lazy with my videos in 2021, didn't produce more. I owe you that ZR video to continue about edge bridges, so I finally completed all the bridges I have to talk. This is actually edge 0.2 without the ZPS system. So that's gonna be video finally done soon. Let's hope that this year will be better in video production than last year for me. Thanks for you who stayed around and let's have a good year. See you around.